The 7 Last Plagues, Part 1. What are the 7 last plagues, and where do they come from? Revelation 16 and verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple, saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. So according to the Bible, the 7 last plagues originate in heaven, and represent the wrath of God, which will be poured out upon the earth, and this will happen after men have replaced God's law with their own. Psalms 119 and verse 126 says, It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void your law. You see, here in this verse, we learn that men will attempt to make God's law void by passing their own law. Daniel the prophet foretold this in chapter 7 and verse 25, when he spoke of a religious political power, the little horn, which would arise in Rome sometime around 476 AD, and would think to change times and laws. The only law of the 10 Commandments, which references time, is the 4th, which commands mankind to keep the 7th-day Sabbath holy. This law not only references time, but identifies the divine lawgiver, whose name is God, whose title is Lord, and whose territory is heaven and earth and the sea and all that is in them. Thus, this commandment is the seal of God, such as the leader of every nation has a seal. So when men choose to replace God's 7th-day Sabbath with their own, then God's forbearance will come to an end, and his wrath will be poured out in the 7 last plagues. This sounds like it would be a very good idea to keep God's law rather than man's, so that when the end of time comes, we should be found on the side of God. Dear friend, please take some time to visit blessingsanew.com and watch the Great Controversy video series, which will put all these things into perspective. May the Lord be praised.